All right, y'all. I kind of messed up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Well, actually, it's not even really my fault. As you guys can see, we're at the top of the third. We're up 3-0 though. Hey, shout out to the lead. But I mean, so much great action happened here early in the game, and I was so mad that we didn't get it. So what happened was I was recording, everything was going good. I looked over, and I guess my laptop was low on battery because my charger wasn't all the way plugged in. So it cut like the entire link to like the PlayStation and everything like that. So the game stopped and everything like that, and it glitched out the recording. So when I plugged it back in, it started charging back up and got back and started charging back up. It started back up and it started recording again and brought me right here. You know, everything had paused for us, but it corrupted my other file. So I had a lot of stuff pre-planned to go into this video. That's why it's so short here today. I did a lot of stuff before this. So it should be almost 2 times this length, but you know, unfortunately, technology. So I do apologize about that. I hope you guys are still rocking with the video. Hopefully we can still make this action packed because there's still a lot to go on in this video. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe for your boy, for the prayers for the mess ups. But I will go ahead and catch you guys up on what has happened so far in this game. So as you can see, we did go Jordan Wicks up to this point. He's done pretty good here through 2 2/3. We're up to 2 outs here in the top of the third, and they've only had 1 hit to this point. So thankfully to the replays, I can kind of show you guys. Basically, I won't show the entire first 2 innings, but I'll at least show you guys how we got our 3 runs because they did happen in pretty quick succession here. So I just go to replay vault here. Let's go all plays, and I can just scroll down because I'm gonna show you guys at least the outs too, because some of the outs led to run scoring. So if I just start with the offense kind of kicked off here, you see the RBIs. So let's go ahead and get right here to the start of the inning here. We had Henry lead off. Obviously, the top of the second, we went down 3. They went down 3 straight. He leads off here with a line drive out into right field for the base hit. And it's going to be a little choppy here too as well because this was still when my computer was still kind of like getting some charge back to it. So I apologize about that as well. But it'll clear up here after we get out of this replay. There's a base hit there by Mike Trout to get us at first and second. Then Zach Neto here, ground ball. After a wild pitch, moved the runners over to second and third. He gets an RBI there off of that. So now Trout is at third. Matt Shaw gets an RBI base hit up the middle. We score our second run across now. So he's over at first. And then we have Nolan clutchly hitting a base hit down the left slide. Shortstop luckily picks it up off the dive, gets 1 of 2. So fielder's choice. It's looking like we're probably just going to get out the inning with 2. And then Carson Williams comes up clutch. Long drive out to right field. Hits up against the wall. And I'm thinking, why not? We're going to bring the run across here. Instead of the first cutoff man getting it, the second one does. And I believe that was the difference in us scoring that run. If the second cutoff man, I think, if the first one picks it up, I think we're out at the plate. But I just wanted to try it, go for it, and risk it because I thought we had enough speed. And then pulled up in our favor. So that's exactly how we got 3-0 lead at this point. That's got you guys fully caught up basically. I mean, everything else has been outs. So Jordan Wicks on the mound for us, pitching really good here. They're going to go ahead and get a base hit and then stolen base from David Hamilton, of course. Not much you can do about it. But they do have Devers at the plate now as we go ahead and try to slow things down now and really dive into this ball game, or what's left of it, as we get a pop out here. Carantini behind the plate will go back in, grab this one. And that'll be an easy play made there. As we go ahead and go to the bottom of the third now, Victor Carantini. You see the pitch count is pretty low though. We were getting a lot of those hits early in the accounts here. So we had a ball that goes away. Victor's trying to beat this one out to the plate, and that 14 speed makes you want to cry. That ball was so far away. Anybody else on this team would have been able to be safe. Maybe even a couple of our pitchers. But because it was him, he's called out. And then here on another drop third strike, Henry's called out as Garrett just cannot seem to keep the ball in the catcher's glove. But we go bottom of the fourth now, or top of the fourth here now, as Wicks is still dealing. And this just kind of goes to show that I was right here in my assumption that the Red Sox, for whatever reason, their lineup, maybe it's this time of year, maybe it's been all season, but they struggle against left-handed hitting or left-handed pitching. As you can see, up to this point, we've had 3 1/3 strong here. Pitch count is even low as Wicks, probably about our 5th best starter overall. I would probably give him a boost to 4th best just because of how inconsistent Samuel is. But if Samuel's on his game, he's the 5th best starter in our rotation. And he's leading us here in an elimination game with a great performance here. So we had a ground ball over to second base, and Carson Williams makes the play. Jumping up to the bottom of the 5th here now. 2 outs as the offense is kind of gone cold. Sal here up at the plate launches a deep fly ball way back in the right field at the foul pole and just missed it by 3 feet. My man was literally 1 yard away from making this a 4-0 game. And y'all know the curse. If you miss the home run, you're out the next play. It's a chopper to first, ending the 5th. Tristan back up at the plate here to lead off the 7th. They're still down 3-0, so they're down to their last 9 outs here. Looks like this could be our last time facing like the real danger part of this order. Working a full count here, so if he can just get us through the 7th inning as we get the call 3 strike there. I think if he can just finish out this inning, we'll get somebody else for the 8th. Let Jordan Romano finish up the 9th. Probably stick with another lefty here. We do got Victor Gonzalez as a left-handed setup, man. Either him or dang, I forgot his name. What's the name? We have one other lefty that has not come in yet. One of those two will basically get this last part here. As we get another strikeout there on Connor Juan. That's 2 down. Back-to-back Ks. He's gone really good in this game with strikeouts. As Campbell will now come up here. Nobody on. First 2 K'ing themselves out. Grounds this one over to Nolan. It's going to be a foot race to the bag, and he's going to beat him. And they're dipping into their bullpen here. Andrew Kittredge is coming into the game. Hasn't made a postseason appearance yet. He's going to be looking to kind of hold our offense here. So we're going to go. Oh, there it is. Jose Hernandez. That's who I was thinking of. Let's go ahead and get him ready and waiting. Scheduled to put him in for the 8th inning. And then we'll let Jordan Romano go ahead and get the 9th. So Trout now with a 2-2 count. We'll watch that one downstairs. Can he finally get a hit here? Swinging and missing on the sinker and on the legs. I got to really learn that they do not want to pitch to Trout. We probably could have worked a couple more walks and maybe even better chances to hit. Just got to be more patient with him. Neto there trying to be patient. It doesn't pay off for him as he watches that one off the edge of the plate. And then Shaw. Again, stays chasing those upstairs pitches, so why not stay up there? Because down low is not going to work. 2-2. Comes back over the zone with the sinker. Chopped it onto the ground just behind that one and on top of it. We're going to go to bring in Jose Hernandez. Try to get us through this 8th inning and finishing it out. One of our best relievers this year. 2.77 on his ERA. Has really good break, especially on his slider. I love his slider. And there's one other person that has a slider like this. It's just like a sideways slider, pretty much. Like, it doesn't dip downwards at all. It just kind of literally goes to the side. But I feel like it's such a quick break, almost like a cutter, to where it gets a lot of effective strikeouts if we need it. Alex swings through the 4-seamer upstairs, though didn't need any break. As we do have the bottom half of the order, 7, 8, 9 set to do up here. And then we'll have to face the top 1, 2, 3 to end the ball game if we can make it there. Swings and misses through that one upstairs as well. That's 2 back-to-back Ks from the lefties. I cannot believe we are just 4 outs away from winning our first postseason series here. This could be crazy as Henry goes deep back, and he's going to go ahead and catch this one out in left field. And we are now officially 3 outs away from making it to the American League Division Series and winning our first postseason game series in this series. As Nolan will come up next, swinging at that 4-seamer upstairs. Not able to get to it. Going now here, bottom of the 8th. Trying to get some extra runs. Gets a line drive there on the second pitch. He sees out towards the gap. And that'll hit above the yellow line. It's a home run. I love how this field is shaped. His first postseason home run. A liner right to the MLB, the 25 sign. Only 376 feet. Robbing fans of a potential ball there. As I thought that was just going to be a double off the wall. Thankfully, it was high enough off the wall that we were able to get that out of there. Look at this. About thigh level, 102 on the exit velo. I mean, it's well above the yellow line, too, so not even close. So with it being a 4-low lead, I'm going to actually put Jordan Romano on stretch and toss. I had him getting ready to warm up and take over for the 9th, but now it's not a save situation, so it's not a pressing need for him to come in if I don't need him to. Let's just see if we can kind of get a little rally going, get any more extra runs here as we go back to the top of our order. Chopper on the ground to short. It's got to be a quick throw over to catch Sal, and he will get him just in time. And then Victor Caratini, another 0 for day here. I don't think we've gotten a hit with him yet this postseason. He'll get a slider upstairs as he bloops this one out to left field. Not much depth. So he's really not seeing the ball well this postseason. Got underneath that one. But we'll head into the 9th inning here. Up now, 4-0. We're going to let Hernandez finish this one off for us if he can. Starting it off is Duran. 0 for 3 on the day. They're trying to tell me that there's a chance he might drag bunt here in this kind of situation. I mean, their top 2 guys are both 90+ speed, so I wouldn't put it past them. So let's hit him with some breaks so he can't track the ball too well. Not starting out the best here, especially with David Hamilton. We got to lay one over the plate here for him. Thank you. Just watching that one right down the middle. Coming right back with the slider. He's going to go ahead and watch that one too as well and walk his way over to first. So now David Hamilton's coming up. He's done great so far this postseason. Can he get another hit to be clutch for them? As he pops this one foul out to the seats. Swings and misses downstairs. That's a strikeout there for Hamilton. As he's going to go back to the dugout. It's now up to Rafael Devers, who's 0 for 3 here today. 182 so far this postseason. So I think that would mean like only one hit this entire 3-game series. This is going to be a chopper over to Nolan. Great sliding grab. Throws to second for Neto for 1. Back over to first, and your Angels are victorious. We're moving on to the American League Divisional Series. Now we'll get a chance to play against Minnesota. We will now no longer have that home field advantage, so we're going to Minnesota here the next couple of days. But first, we're going to celebrate throughout LA as we've won our first postseason series on this rebuild so far. And the thing has only come 3 years, and this team is already looking great. We finally had the offense show out a little bit today. I'm so mad that you guys had to miss that inning because it was crazy, all the hits that we're getting back to back. Still got a home run there late. Still only 5 hits as a team, though, so we still need to do better about getting more hits collectively as a unit. But only gave up 2 hits to them, which is a great pitching performance for us. Carson Williams and Nolan both got our 2 extra base hits here on the day. All the RBIs coming from the bottom 4 spots, who are all hitting the worst at that point before the game. And then Wicks and Jose Hernandez shut the door down, showing that lefties dominate the Red Sox. I don't know why, but they better fix it in the offseason. So, Twins, here we come for the American League Divisional Series. And I just wanted to show off a couple of things here, of course, before we get into the next series, like the lineup. I am going to be making a change here and putting Logan O'Hoppe there into the starting lineup. I'm going to let him be our number 2 and take over Victor Caratini's spot, at least against righties. You know, he's just 0 for 11, hasn't hit well. And if you look at the defense, we're actually getting a stronger armed catcher behind the plate, kind of the same defensive stats and blocking and everything like that, but we'll let him go ahead and hit on the right hand side of the plate and take over that 2 spot. Our starting rotation will basically stay the same, so that means Walker Buehler will get game 1, Aaron will get game 2, leading us into Reed and Jordan, our 2 lefties, coming in for 3 and 4, which could be possible elimination games. So the rest of the bullpen will stay the same as it needs to, and you can see some of the stats here from the first round of that postseason, just because I wanted to show you guys a little bit of how the team did. We actually finished up, and you know, we'll see teams below us, but that's because 4 teams didn't play. We finished up with the worst batting average among all teams that played in the wild card round, batting 163, which is actually pretty bad. But when you're looking at how the team won, it's because of our other stats. Defensively, we were 3rd in assists, tied for 1st in putouts. We had 1 error, which is, you know, better than we normally would. So, I mean, tied for 8th. The Tigers, though, somehow had 12 and still moved on in their round. So they're playing the Orioles. They're the 1 seed. But we had the best ERA among teams that played, with a 1 ERA and the most strikeouts with 30. So if you're looking for a reason why this team is winning, it's the pitching. We just need just enough runs, and the pitching staff's going to take over. So they'll be tasked with taking care of this Twins lineup, which features Luis Garcia, Carlos Correa, and Vladimir Guerrero at the top, followed by Trevor, Lawrence Butler, Ryan Jeffries. In the middle, Luke Kershaw, who is a rookie, Igwe Rosario, and Deshaun Kersley Jr. I feel like we can probably ease our way through this lineup. It's got a pretty good balance of righties and lefties. Their entire bench is right-handed guys, though, with Baez, Michael, Anthony, Diego. So all righties over there. No outfield flexibility, it looks like. I mean, there's some, I guess Anthony plays in the outfield, but mainly just all infielders. In their pitching rotation, they got Joe Ryan, Bailey Ober, Jesus Luzardo, who was once a part of our team for a short stint. Getting a look at what their season was like this year. Joe played pretty good, 19-9 record, had a 3.74 ERA, a 118 WHIP, 22 quality starts is ridiculous. I don't think we ever have anybody come close to that. And then Bailey Ober, 14 for 9, 380 ERA, 120 WHIP. Jesus Luzardo, in his time away from us, last year had a 4.77 ERA. This year bounces back with a 2.87. That would have been ridiculous to have him put up that kind of numbers with our rotation. We wouldn't have even probably seen somebody like Jordan in the rotation, or maybe even Aaron would have got kicked out, and they would have been long relievers, because if he put up numbers like this would have been ace type numbers for our team. So that'll be where we end off the episode here today, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know it was a little bit of a shaky, rocky start. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again here for the rest of the videos. Next time out, we'll be jumping straight into game number 1 against the Twins. And how many games in that first episode, I don't know. We'll have to see what the series tells me. So you see, we're moving on. Detroit's playing Baltimore. Arizona is ending up playing the Dodgers on the NL side, and then the Giants are playing Philadelphia. So 3 of the 4 NL West teams are moving on. Of course, one had to get beat in the Padres, but 3 of the 4 are moving on their side, and ours is a little bit more balanced. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Me boy SGG, aka GM Smooth, the king of games and the king of rebuilds. And wish me luck here for the ALDS. Later.